I don't know what is it with my fascination with this particular palette. Combination of cherry and then silver and black, and I'm just like, oh, this is so pretty, I love it. But I literally got new grey tone eyeshadow palette. It looks toned down in pictures. Does it look toned down in real life? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But when Free did the whole like, oh, you get a free keychain if you buy a blurry pudding pot and then you can like scoop out some of the product and put it in there. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see it because the concept was new. But the fact is that every single Kbeauty brand has turned their lip balm, their lip tint. I've seen skincare being turned into a keychain as well, which I'm just like, stop it. Okay, this is a legend, okay? What are the chances? Okay, what are the chances? Let's be for real right now. If girly asking for a daesang, what's a Clio collaboration, okay? Grab a snack, a drink, your meal, or play this in the background while you're doing your chores. It's time for what's new in Kbeauty. And now they're on the tail end of 2025. It's the holiday season. Lots of Kbeauty brands are releasing more cooler, smokier, colder makeup, and I think I've seen a couple of pretty unique concepts and color stories from different Kbeauty brands, so I'm super excited to chit chat about that together with y'all. And I want to take a quick moment to say thank you guys for all the love and support on what's new in Kbeauty. I think I've had this series for about coming to 2 years-ish, and y'all seem to really love this, so I definitely plan to keep it running. I do want to say I'm also really sorry for disappearing for 2 months because I had a lot of things going on in the background of my life, and I just didn't have time for YouTube, and I didn't have time to film. I didn't have the mental capacity at all. But that being said, I am past that phase, and hopefully now I have a bit more time again to create videos, and I do want to keep what's new in Kbeauty around even 2025, 2026 and beyond. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. When I was away, there was so many new makeup releases appearing on my timeline, and honestly I didn't have much time to scroll on social media, but I did come across a couple new releases and I was like, oh my god, I wish I could talk about it, but I just didn't have the chance to do so. So for today's episode, we're just gonna like touch and go and see what actually is interesting and worth talking about. So let's start off with Risky Beauty. Risky Beauty actually came out with a new eyeshadow palette as well as new shades for their Be Bold lip gloss. So for the eyeshadow palette, it's the pigment eyeshadow palette. It's now called Cosmic Love, the new palette, and it's mainly like a shimmer glitter eyeshadow palette, and the color story is pretty unique, as you can see comparing it to like Kbeauty eyeshadow palettes in general. It's usually like washes of pinks, browns, corals, beiges, the same thing over and over again. So this was quite refreshing to see. Low-key, seeing this kind of reminded me of Izayama Beauty, mainly because of the silver packaging as well as the colorful shades, especially the denim blue next to the corally red color. Something about that just looks really, I don't know, like high fashion eyeshadow palette vibes to me, and I think that this actually looks really cool. This is probably as close as we can get to colorful eyeshadows in Kbeauty, because I mean, the nature of Kbeauty is just like natural beauty, nothing too crazy and out there. Today's makeup is definitely not Kbeauty-esque. No way. So to see colorful shades in Kbeauty is very refreshing. But seeing how Risky Beauty uses it on the models, I do feel like it's the same. How would I put it nicely? It's the same thing of using colorful shimmers as like highlighters. So it ends up being like a white tone, pale, colorful shade on the eyelid or as a highlighter or something. So it doesn't really look like that in the pen, I guess. So I mean, it's just like I wish we saw more colorful and daring shades, because I guess how Kbeauty nowadays tries to become more colorful is really by using the shimmer shades as the color, and it's usually very like safe colors. There's no like unnatural colors. I noticed this trend in Kbeauty pretty recently, especially during this like holiday season. They will use like colored highlighter, right? And last time the placements used to be really like precise and your typical placements of like, oh, inner corner and then along your eye sockets and like maybe a tiny bit on the nose, the cheeks, just like one dab and like that's it, right? But nowadays I noticed that the placements are getting a bit more daring, I would say. Sometimes they would drag the shimmer, like the colored shimmer, into like the tear ducts over here, or they put it like all over the cheeks for this like super wet kind of look. And just the usage of colored shimmers, colored highlighters with a very white tone base to it. That's Kbeauty's direction, I feel, on terms of like colorful eyeshadows. I think it's something different. So at the moment, I'm kind of like, okay, this is pretty cool. But I think if they're gonna keep repeating this trend into 2026 for the long run, I think I'll get sick and tired of it. So hopefully they kind of expand on this a little bit more. I do like the look of it. It's very refreshing because, you know, we've seen the same looks over and over again. So this is something different. I kind of like it. Next up, we have the Kbeauty lip gloss from Risky Beauty. They came out with 6 new shades. So it's Num Num, Pee Pee, Lottie, Guilty, Floyd, and Kill. And I will say that I'm a sucker for anything lippy that's like grayish in color, especially colors like Num Num and Guilty. Oh, I want it. I want it so bad. But also, I know I'm not a lip gloss type of person. So, I mean, okay, I've wanted to try Risky Beauty for the longest time ever. And I keep saying, I want to try Risky Beauty. I want to try Risky Beauty. But I've never gotten around to just using them. Because ever since, like, I did What's New in Kbeauty and Risky Beauty appeared, right? I've always said I wanted to try them out. But I just never ordered from them. I don't know what's up with me, honestly. I guess it's not that big of an urge to get it. But if I do get the chance to try Risky Beauty, would you guys want to see a video on them? Because I think Risky Beauty is getting a bit of international hype. I mean, they seem to be releasing new products consistently. I mean, they're not like, you know, just spitballing products consistently every month like Clio or Peripera. I mean, those are very big brands out there. But I think Risky Beauty, they churn out new releases very thoughtfully and it's very in line with their aesthetic. So that's one thing I really appreciate. So yeah, I mean, oh my god. I really love Guilty. I wonder how Guilty and Hissy Fit looks like side by side to one another. Because those two colors look a little bit too similar to one another. We're getting into that territory over there. Oh my god, they actually did lip swatches. Whoa, Guilty is such a pretty color. Okay, and then Hissy Fit. Oh, okay, they put it side by side. Good. I think they know that people are like, ooh, what's the color difference between the two? Ooh, okay, so Hissy Fit is a lot more pink compared to Guilty. I think that's a substantial difference between the two. Okay, check, pass. I accept this color. Because I was a little bit worried that Risky Beauty was gonna do like a, oh my god, we're gonna start repeating shades like Peripera kind of thing. I'm like, pause, hold. I think Floyd is a very pretty color as well. It's like that magenta reflex in it with a bit of that orangey, peachy shimmer in it. Oh, that's a very pretty color. The base color of it is a little bit more cool tone pink. I think this Floyd color is pretty. Kyo is more of like a clear gloss with... Is it silver shimmer in it? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a pretty color, but I don't know, clear glosses always like scares me a little bit. I have to be very careful every single time I use a clear gloss because I don't want to like contaminate the color. So I have to like put some on the back of my hand, use a separate applicator and put it on. The Kbeauty lip gloss looks so wet and high shine. It's so editorial. I love it. But I also know that I'm not gonna actively think of using a lip gloss and like reach out for it, and unless it's like a specific look in mind or whatever, then I'll use it. If not, daily life is not my go-to. So okay, moving on. The next brand we have is Wakemake. It's been a hot minute since I talked about Wakemake, and for this holiday collection, it's actually pretty interesting. They did this collection called the Silver Crush collection, and in this collection, you have the soft blurring eye palette in number 27, Silver Crush, as well as the 6-pan multi-use palette, as well as lip tints and lipsticks. And generally speaking, I think this is one of the more eye-catching collections or holiday collections from Kbeauty, because I just want to talk about the eyeshadow palette because oh my god, when I saw this, I was like, dang, that's giving Anastasia Beverly Hills sultry palette. If you know, you know, because whoa, the color story, I was like, okay, That's pretty daring for a Kbeauty brand. Not many brands are gonna do a color story like that. And honestly, I'm a huge sucker for silver eyeshadows. And I'm also pretty surprised to see that not many Kbeauty brands actually doing silver eyeshadows. Maybe it's because the silver might look a little bit unnatural and jarring for Kbeauty standards. But I would think like, okay, silver is actually not that like scary to wear on the eyes compared to gold. I feel like gold is a little bit harder to pull off. Silver is actually pretty, it's like much easier because you have like cool silvers and warmer silvers. But gold always is a lot harder to pull off. I don't know, that's just me personally. So this Silver Crush palette, do I want it? Yeah, I do. It's the pop of red that contrasts with the silver that is, oh, it gets to me. Oh, it's so pretty. I absolutely love it. But I don't need it. I really don't need it because I'm pretty darn certain I could probably replicate a silver eye look like this with a pop of red with my own makeup collection, and I don't need this. I really don't. Oh, and also I realized that with the Wakemake soft blurring eyeshadow palettes, or at least the two that I own, sometimes the shades get a little bit repetitive and you like don't see like a super huge difference. Wait, let me get one of the palettes. So I have this one, number 2, Lively Blurring, and this is one that I think it's pretty easily accessible. It's like not limited edition or whatever. This one is number 13, Blue Core Blurring Palette. Yeah, and you would think that, oh my god, this is so interesting. You don't see Kbeauty brands do blues. They don't do like purples like this. But I will say that for this palette, I have to use like the bottom row for it to like really show on my skin tone and eyes, because I feel that between like these two shades, like here and here especially, they sit a little bit too close to one another. There's not a lot of definition and not a lot of tonal depth. So that was something I really struggled, especially with this palette over here. So a bit of a shame, and that's why I don't really like use it as well. I actually did do a video on it, so if you guys want to see a more like in-depth video, I'll put a card up above, go and check it out. I don't know what is it with my fascination with this particular palette. It's so pretty. Like, they say it's a combination of cherry and then silver and black, and I'm just like, oh, this is so pretty, I love it. But okay, I literally got new grey tone eyeshadow palette. I picked this up very recently, the Blowing Smoke eyeshadow palette from Colourpop. I don't need the Wakemake one already, right? Because like I literally have the greys here to do the look. And then very recently, I got the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette. I talked about it in a short. I don't need the Wakemake palette. I really don't, Crystal. Stop it. Oh my god, you have all of these like beautiful shadows as well, and I'm just like, I'm not utilizing it. I just need to put like a pink eyeshadow against this Pretty Grunge palette from Huda Beauty, and I'm like, I have the same thing, okay? So Crystal, stop it. I really don't need this anymore. In this same collection, you also get the Soft Sheer Multi Palette in number 12, Cool Glitz. I think when Wakemake first released this, I did talk about it briefly, like the initial first 3, because it was like a coral, a lilac, and then like a pink color, if I'm not wrong. And I was a bit like, okay, I guess. Because like the color story was a bit too monochromatic for me. Now I'm glad to see that they're kind of like changing it up a little bit. But you also know it's always that light few washes of color. So I'm just a bit like, okay. I mean, different undertones, I guess. But I guess this fits the vibe of Kbeauty's beauty standards. So, I mean, this is not for me. I know this is not for me. So for these type of glossy, wet, balmy formulas for it to like shine on the skin, you need to have it on unpowdered skin. And that kind of situation in Singapore is probably unheard of. I don't know anybody who does not powder their skin down, because most of the time the cushions or the foundations, they will slide right off if you don't powder them down. And if you put these type of like balmy textures on top of powdered skin, right, because it's a balm, there's oil in it, it's going to break down your base makeup underneath it if you were to like powder it down. So yeah, I just think this is just not practical for the environment and climate that I am in. So that's why you never see me using my Hints gloss stick either, which is a shame. It's very beautiful, but I just need to set my foundation down. It's impossible. It's just virtually impossible for me to not use a powder. I also came out with exclusive holiday shades for the Waterful Glow Tint, 101 Cherry Bomb, and Nudie Sandy. I've not tried this formula from Wakemake. I do see there's like glitter or shimmer, I think it's shimmer particles in this lip tint for it to look extra watery. I don't know how I feel about shimmer particles in my lip tint. I mean, I have tried one or two before, but I don't know, I'm just not the biggest fan of it because I don't want to look like I just like kissed the unicorn's butthole or something. So sometimes with these type of shimmer residue, right, they stay behind on your lips even though the entire lip tint has wiped off. So it might look a little bit off for some people. Some people might not like that look. I am those some people. So yeah, this is an easy pass for me. There's also the Healthy Glow Balm Stick. So you have 14 Cherry Fever in this collection. I'm looking at the reel right now. Okay, it's a very like vivid pink. And then there's 15 Deep Cherry Coke. So it's like a reddish color. It's not as deep as what it is in the bullet though. Okay, that's the thing about Kbeauty. It's always those deeper or more unique colors, right? It looks like, oh my god, that looks so cool in the pen or in the lipstick bullet. But then when you swatch it out, it's like, oh, it's not coming off as what it looks like in the packaging itself. We need another glowy lip balm. We really don't. But I do feel that these type of like glowy lip formulas, right, I think it will look good in winter climates. It's never winter here. It's always sweltering hot. So again, easy pass. It's really only the eyeshadow palette in this Silver Crush collection that I'm like, oh my god, I really want it, but I really don't need it at the same time. Next up we have Peripera, and this release has been out for quite some time, but I just wanted to like mention it a little bit because I don't know what is it about this collection, but it just frustrated me a little bit upon seeing it. So this is the Blush Talk Blush Keycap, sorry. And it's basically cream blushes in a little like square, and then there's like a keycap you can like press on. And they came out with I think 26 shades. It's quite insane, honestly. The color selection is really quite a bit, so I gotta give Peripera that. However, I do feel like some of the colors could have been omitted out because some of them really sit too close to one another. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, okay? But when Free did the whole like, oh, you get a free keychain if you buy a blurry pudding pot and then you can like scoop out some of the product and put it in there. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see it because the concept was new. Put it in your bag and then like, okay, I'm traveling and just need a little bit of product. Okay, scoop a bit, put in there. I get it, okay, that is cool in concept. But the fact is that every single Kbeauty brand has turned their lip balm, their lip tint. I've seen skincare being turned into a keychain as well, which I'm just like, stop it. Okay, I need to calm down because this is just about makeup and there are a lot more better things to be pressed in life rather than this, right? But I just don't understand what's the obsession with turning everything into keychains. Also, mind you, some of the keychains that are being provided, you know, there are different types of like class for keychains. It's always the one that are like the little like ball and it's beaded. I don't know, is it just me? Am I unlucky? Or is it a skill issue or what? But those kind of keychains always just fall apart for me. It's the least secure of all of them. And it seems like every single Kbeauty brand is using that particular type of class for their makeup keychains and all that. Why? Why can't you just get a little like crab claw or something and just, you know, do a proper chain with a proper like metal ring or something? I feel that's so much better if you really wanted to keychainify everything. Okay, no hate. I won't be mad at you, okay, if you do it. But can I just get a rain check of who actually loves the idea of this, of making everything keychains? Because I can't imagine somebody carrying their Samo Ondo bag and then having like 5 lip glosses tagged onto their bags. It don't make sense. I'd rather you just put the lip gloss in your bag because that way your lip gloss won't suddenly fall apart and just like, oh, drop onto the middle of the road. Maybe I'm just not the target demographic because I'd rather have my lip gloss or lippy in a makeup pouch in my bag. Anyway, back to the main point, which is the Peripera Keycap Cream Blushes. I do like the packaging of it. I find it very interesting because I wouldn't have imagined having my cream blush in a keycap itself. It sounds weird, but then the actual execution of it, I mean, it looks cute, and I guess low-key kind of acts like a fidget spinner or just something sensory to like click and touch. Because I realize that's something, is it trending? No, it's just something that I noticed with like my generation or younger generation of people, where they need to like constantly like fiddle with something or like touch something. Might be a sensory thing also, I have no clue. But people really like to just like press keycaps and all, which honestly speaking, I do own keycaps as well, like you know, those type of like keyboards that makes a lot of sounds. I own one of those. Love it when I use a keyboard, but not I'm not going to actively say, oh my god, let me just like, you know, that kind of thing. It's not something that goes through my head. So I don't know, I just feel a bit confused is the word. But I mean, it looks cute. I can't say anything. So I mean, okay, sure. Again, the color story could be a little bit more condensed because really, even they did the whole palette and the swatching thing, right? Tell me, do you need all of these colors? I don't think so. Oh my gosh, it's just so many colors of beige. And if we talk about Peripera, we gotta talk about Clio. So Clio released a bunch of new things while I was away, so I'm gonna try and talk as much and as fast as possible. So first up, it's probably the most like trending item recently from Clio, and it's the Essential Blush Tab. So initially they came out with 8 shades, and now the holiday season they have 10 in total, but there are 2 different finishes. So it's the one in a little triangular packaging. So you have the satin matte texture and the sheer texture. Honestly, on the arm swatches, it looks like a bunch of beiges, like pink beige, rose beige, and then like orangey beige. But I will say, the colors, especially for the new shades like M105 and 106, that kind of color, dusty, borderline grey color, I live for it. I live for it. So as much as I was critical of the keycap blushes from Peripera, I was like, ooh, oh my god, these colors are actually kinda eating. I kinda like it. Am I a hypocrite? I think sometimes I am. So I do feel that the colors of these blushes are very muted and toned down, which I like, but my only concern is how much white tone base is there gonna be for these blushes? Because knowing Kbeauty, they want to like whitewash everything, right? So I'm just like, okay, it looks toned down in pictures. Does it look toned down in real life? So that's my biggest like question mark. But if not, these look really pretty. And there's something about satin blushes that I'm always like, oh, it looks so effortlessly good, because you get that velvet finish, but because there's that sheer like velvet finish also, like there's a bit of a shine to it. When you turn your head, there's that bit of that shine, like, oh, it looks so effortless and so pretty. And from what I heard, one of the very global makeup artists, she actually uses these blushes on her clients, on celebrities, not even like Korean celebrities, like just global celebrities. I'm just like, oh, okay, that means there must be something about this particular blush. So her name's Nina Park, by the way. I'm not gonna gatekeep. But yeah, I'm just like, okay. Oh my god, I really don't need any more blushes though, because like, I have so many blushes, and I'm never going to get through all of my blushes in this lifetime. I swear. I'm trying to find how much is one of this. So the Essential Blush Tab is $11 right now on promotion, which is about 16 Singapore dollars. Not too bad, but I feel like the price of Clio is a bit like creeping up a little bit, because I feel like for like $16, you add a little bit more, you probably can get like 3CE mono cheek blushes. Is it just me? I'm so curious about it. Should I get one? Would y'all want to see me like try it out? Let me know. And then Clio came out with the Mauve Archiving collection, and basically you get the Volume Matte tints in 2 different finishes. Initially, I was like, I don't need this, you know. I was like, whatever, it's just another mauve collection. But then when I started seeing like swatches and like the colors and everything, I was like, dang, these are so up my alley. I really, really love mauvey, cool tone colors, and this just spoke to me. But then I told myself, Crystal, we cannot go in blind and just like based off like the product images and lip swatches, because, you know, 80% of the time it's not gonna look like that on like my skin tone or when I swatch it out in real life. So again, if I see it in stores and I swatch it and it's pretty, I'll consider. Oh yeah, and they added 2 new colors to their glass and highlighter line. So currently there are 2 colors. Number 1, which is Moon Glow. Number 2, Smooth Dough. 3 and 4 are new. So you have Peach Pearl, which is number 3, and number 4, which is Lemon Sugar. That's what I mean by like Kbeauty is going into the trend of like using colored highlighter as their pop of color. But it's very light washes of color still, and like this is the most out there I feel like Kbeauty would ever go. To them, I think, oh my god, having like light yellow highlighter on my cheeks is like, oh, look at me, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm just like, okay, kind of boring, but sure, as long as you're happy, babes, as long as you're happy. I don't think I'll get this highlighter formula from Clio because it's a little bit too safe in my books. If I want like a color highlighter, I really want it to be like very obvious that I have sparkly highlights on my cheekbones and you can see it from a mile away. This is still looking a bit too effortless, you know. I do think these highlighters will be very, very pretty if, for example, you have like a very intense peach blush on your cheekbone. It's very pigmented, and then you pop this type of like peachy highlighter that's smooth and skin-like on top of it. Oh, I think that would look very pretty, honestly. But alone by itself, it's just like, okay, it's giving nothing. I'm so sorry. It's truly giving me nothing. In the inner corner, okay, it's getting a bit boring, okay. Moving on. This other release from Clio comes with like a hint of obscurity, but it's gonna be a bit relevant. So strap in, lock in a little bit, alright? So now Clio is coming out with the Kill Cover Found Wear cushion, you know, with the rounded black corners, the new packaging, and I smelled the reformulation and repackaging from a mile away once they came out with the mesh blur cushion with the rounded corners. I'm like, okay, I knew it was gonna happen anytime soon. And for this particular cushion, it is now endorsed by a K-pop group called All Day Project. All Day Project is super duper new. Like they came out maybe in like, is it 2025, like middle 2025? Kind of like a Nugu group, because I genuinely don't know which group are they from, which company. I'm a K-pop fan, but I'm not super like in tune and up to date with all the new groups. I can't keep up, okay? I think I'm done. I'm past the fangirl phase already. Only with SHINee. If it's like other groups, I'm like, okay, we'll see how it goes. But like, All Day Project is super duper new. Oh, it's under the black label, YG, really? Okay. Alright. That makes matters worse. Okay, so recently there was this award show being held, which is the KGMA Korea Grand Music Awards. It's a very, very big thing, okay? And the biggest like award you can get at one of these award shows is like a daesang, and daesangs are like hard to come by. It's like groups work their butts off for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Then they could get one. 3 is a bit of a stretch, to be honest. I would give like 5 to 8, alright? So normally that's how long a group has to work to get one. All Day Project, they won the Grand Honors Choice. Yeah. And they only released like 2 or 3 songs, which apparently is not that great. It's just like a bit, okay, it's a song, you know? It's not like a bop or went viral. So I'm just a bit like, why did they win it? Apparently, one of the members is a Nepo baby. And she's not like Nepo, like, oh, my father is like Justin Bieber or Kylie Jenner kind of like Nepo baby. No, it's like she is the grandchild of like one of the Samsung, is it the boss himself, like the founder? So that is like peak Nepo baby. I remember seeing the clips on TikTok when they were announced then on the spot that All Day Project won. All of All Day Project's like group members, they just turned to look at said Nepo baby in shock. So you know, it's like, Daddy, I want a daesang. Let me tell you, all the other idols, the facial reaction, you can see they were so annoyed. They were like, what the hell? But they had to keep like a straight face. But you could see the annoyance underneath it. I was like, oh god. So coming back to this. Okay, this is alleged, okay? What are the chances? Okay, what are the chances? Let's be for real right now. If Girly can be asking for a daesang, what's a Clio collaboration, okay? Because I cannot imagine All Day Project getting an endorsement, because I was like, who the hell are these people? My god. And yeah, I just feel that, I don't know, it's kind of I'd rather get Eugene from the Seraphim to come back and, you know, be a face of Clio of this. I honestly rather prefer that, because now anything that is associated with All Day Project, I'm just like, oh, I don't really vibe with them. Sorry, I mean, I still like Clio. Clio as a makeup brand is great, wonderful, but what are the chances the Nepo baby asks for it? I don't know. Allegedly, nobody comes for me, please. It's alleged. The SPF is now 40 PA double plus. You get 5 shades. You have 19C, 19N, 21C, 21N, and 23N. So it's the same standard 5 shades. I mean, I've criticized Clio before, because when they did the white color cushion, they expanded the shade range into like 25 or 30 shades. It was like, wow, amazing, wonderful. But then in future releases, after that white cushion, it just straight, like, we went back to square one of like 5 sheets of paper white. So yeah, I mean, I still feel the same about the sudden like shrinkage of foundation shades, and Nepo baby involved now. I'm just a bit like side-eyeing actually a little bit. Flawless all-day cover, kill cover foundwear cushion, lighter formula, airy texture, multi-coverage, all-day coverage, semi-matte finish. Refined smaller cover powders for an even thinner, lighter formula, lightweight creamy texture that glides on for a smooth, sleek finish, triple coverage that targets pores, uneven texture and blemishes, natural looking complexion that stays seamless over time, breathable semi-matte finish that stays comfortable. The ultimate daily cover cushion. Okay, I will give credit where credit is due, because you guys know, if you've been here before, I've tested quite a number of Clio's kill cover cushions throughout the years since like I think 2020, 2021 until like up till now. So I've tried many variations of the foundwear, skin fixer, cushions, mesh blur, and I will say that every single reformulation that Clio does, the formula does get lighter. That one I will agree, because I always feel that initially when I get whatever version of the cushions from Clio and I slap it on, I'm like, okay, yeah, this feels pretty like nice, and like it's thin enough, and it always adheres very well. With every reformulation that Clio does for their cushion, it does get better. And then the next one I will compare it to, and I'm like, oh my god, this is actually feeling even lighter, even thinner. So despite the Nepo baby association, I cannot not deny the fact that Clio always improves their cushion game with every reformulation that they do. So I'm a little bit curious about this, and if you're wondering what's my shade, usually I will wear 21N, but recently I do feel like I want to try 23N, because I don't know, nowadays I feel like my face to my neck is, sometimes I feel like my face is a little bit too light or bright, but then when I compare it to my chest, it's like, oh, it's actually, you know, matches pretty well. So I'm always a little bit conflicted now, because now my foundations, I want to go like a little bit more darker. Maybe I want to try and match it to my neck a little bit. But I remember using, last time it used to be number 4 ginger, like Clio used to label it as such. Ginger used to be super duper orange, but if 23N is actually neutral, then maybe I will try it. Like, you know, based on those like foundation charts of like light to dark, cool tone to warm tone, 21N linen is always sitting on the neutral, and then 23N it always pulls a little bit more on the warmer side. So I'm always a little bit cautious about that. That's why I always say like Clio really needs to like just expand the shade range, because I'm very sure there are people with deeper, darker skin tone that exist in Korea as well. I don't understand what's the hype for being pale and whitewashed. Okay, looking at this face swatch over here, 23N does look kind of orange. What is it with Clio? You cannot do like a neutral tone that isn't orange. Like, what is it that difficult? If other brands can do it, why can't you? Oh my god, this is a little bit frustrating. Okay, time check now is 11:28. It's late. Girlie wants to take off the makeup and shower and go to sleep. So Editing Crystal, I will throw up any last minute images that I want to put up over here. Maybe I didn't get a chance to talk about it. Maybe I just want to like bring some awareness to you that this new collection exists, or I didn't just get a chance to talk about it today because there's so much new releases that actually release. I can't talk about everything, and you guys know I love to get into the nitty-gritty details, and I just yap like a little bit too much sometimes. So I'm really trying to like trim it down a little bit. And yeah, Editing Crystal, I hope it was enough time. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, I'm just gonna like slowly scoot over already over here. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of What's New in Kbeauty. Let me know what's on your Kbeauty wish list, what's on your radar. I love to chit chat with y'all down in the comments below. And I will see you guys in my next video, which you can check out over here. Bye!